Just kidding. Can you hear me now? I didn't press unmute at first. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. The best day. Because it's Bernie Day. Yay! Hello, Cat Attack. Hello, Justin. Hello, Stacy. Oh, hello, Sangali. You guys. We're painting a champion today. I'm excited to get going. Let me put the camera here. I'm just going to be looking up so much. I just got a tall monitor. Because remember how I couldn't see how I'm just like flirting with you guys all the time? So to see your comments, I have to like bring my glasses down. I still kind of have to do that. But what can you do? The camera or the monitor is helping. Thank you all down there sharing my broadcast. It's a good day. It's a good day. I have been asked, like, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I love this Bernie meme. I think it's hilarious. I love that he's just put everywhere. You don't have sound? Can other people hear me? Okay, good. That made me panic for a second. No worries. I've been posting about Bernie a lot. I think it's just the most wholesome meme of all time. And there's like a filter on Instagram where you can put Bernie's body on you with the gloves and everything. So I got asked a lot, like, are we painting Bernie? Are you going to paint Bernie? And people just thought I would paint it on my own time. But guess what? I don't have enough time right now to do it myself. So I thought, let's do it together. And then I'll touch it up a little bit later or something if I want. But a lot of people are excited. So let's get this show on the road, I guess, hey? It's going to be so funny that I'm just going to be like this the whole time looking up. Let's bring this down here a little more so I'm not like that. Okay. I'm just going to go over some of the quick spiel quick here before we start going. Number 1 is I am not an art teacher. I just tell you guys how I do it, okay? So please let me know if you have questions, if I explain something wrong, if I talk too fast. That happens a lot. If you need just a retouch on something, let me know. Don't be scared to ask me ever, because I appreciate that. It helps me. It helps everybody else out. It helps people watching on YouTube later. Hello, YouTube people, if you're watching. Questions are important. Number 2 is don't treat your painting too precious. That's usually the top, not problem, but what people struggle with the most is that they don't want to ruin their painting. So every single brushstroke they lay down, they're stressed about it. They're worried they don't want to put it in the wrong spot. But if you go into it being like, this is a painting for myself, I'm just learning, we're going to have some fun, see what happens at the end, usually your results are better than you ever expect. Which brings me to trusting the process, okay? So if you stick with it through the whole thing, which you better, okay? We need you to trust the process. So halfway through, this is going to look so weird, especially this one. Like, this is a bunch of ovals. We're just bean sciencing. We're going to be drawing beans, and then all of a sudden at the end, it's going to come together and it's going to be Bernie, okay? So if you're halfway through and you're like, what am I doing? I suck. This is garbage. Just trust it, okay? Trust the process, because I promise you in the end, it'll be great. Okay? I'm going to treat Bernie precious and you can't stop me, says Adam. Adam likes to defy the rules. And you know what? I respect that, okay? I respect that. Okay, what else can we do here? Another rule, number 4. If you are having trouble, water is your friend. We're working with acrylic. It's a water-based paint. And water just, it'll help you. It'll help you, okay? If something's pulling across the paper weird, like sandpapery, don't worry about it. Add some water on that brush. Water is your friend. You're going to hear me saying it all the time. You're going to hear me repeating lots of things all the time, but I find it very important to just like shove that in your head while you go, because it's easy to forget while you paint along. Are we doing his whole body? Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. You guys, here is our handy dandy post-it. Look at that. Look at it right beside there. Can you see already that coming together? If you look at this and then look at, oops, just kidding, and then look at the picture beside us here. It is going to be pretty cartooned. Don't worry. Like, it's not going to be hyper realistic. It's going to be very cartoony. This is going to be interesting. Guys, don't stress. Okay, I promise. We're going for like a cartoony, simplified version of Bernie. It's very easy to do this because it is such a memorable image. Like, there's a mask over half his face, and guess what, guys? It's a blue rectangle. That's it. Easy. Gloves, a couple circles with some lines on it. Easy, okay? The most important part is we just want to have fun, okay? This is supposed to be a stress-free time, hanging out with some pals, painting. Look, beans, boom, you got a Bernie, okay? Yeah. I feel like we should just get into it, shouldn't we? Acid's painting the zebra from Saturday. Hey, that's... For some people, actually, they like to watch the lives and not paint along, just watch it. And then, oops, I just have to move a light. And then when they go to do the painting later, they're more prepared for it because they kind of felt it through, you know? Also, Sydney, I saw Sydney in there. Sydney made it. I just need to say something quick. Sydney picked up a product for me. She bought a diamond painting off of me today. And look what she made me. You guys. And look, Dresden came in just in time to see. Is this not... There she is. Is this not the best coffee mug ever? All y'all paint nighters would get it the most too. Ah! Schlob it. Every paint night, you guys, I'll just be drinking out of this, okay? Oh, thank you, Sydney. That was the best surprise. All right. So I see there's mostly regulars here today, but that doesn't mean we're going to have some newbies on the YouTube channel watching later. Oh, look, Angel found you on YouTube and go, look, this is your first live. That's music to my ears. Everybody, welcome, Angel. Welcome. Love that. And you're painting Bernie. Ah, it's a good day. Okay. So that's kind of, well, you saw my YouTube, so it'll be different. You know as well. Usually when we paint these paintings or paint nights with me, I start with shape, but I start with shape outline, right? It's usually like this. We usually do it in outlines. But today, we're doing something a little different. Don't be stressed. Some people might like this more. I don't know. We will see how she goes. I'm just going to move things around here quick. We are just going to full on paint shapes. Not the outlines of them. We're just going to paint the shape of them. If that makes sense. It might be easier for some people. Okay? So, we are going to take a breath and get ready. Okay? We're having a good time. We are going to start with, if you got like a skin, hello, Nikki. If you have like a skin color, some people have like straight out of the tube, like a skinish color. This is pretty pink, but whatever. Use that. If you don't have that, get some red and white out, as well as a little touch of yellow. Deep breaths. Guys, it's not stressful, it's fun. Remember, this is fun. I did draw, I'll show you it after. I don't want to stress you guys out. I was going to say, I did draw him last night, but I drew him in a, like, more realistic way, and it would probably stress y'all out, so I won't do that to you, okay? Okay. Would Ivory be okay? Yeah. Totally. We're just doing, like, skin color, like, whatever skin color you want. So if, red, white, and a little touch of orange is like, again, you know how I always teach you guys things that my art teachers would be upset about? Skin color is actually like a combination of red, blue, and yellow mixed together. It just takes a very long time to get that perfect. And for me to teach you that through a computer is just like difficult and long. So that's for people who want to get, if you're really serious into painting, I'd go on YouTube and get into how to actually mix skin color, okay? All skin colors. But since we're just doing like cartoony, like fun here. Red with a little bit of white. I mean, well, lots of white with a little bit of red and orange. we'll get the job done, okay? If you don't have orange, guess what? Red and yellow make orange, so you can skip the orange altogether if you want. Do you have one of those classes? Like, you mean like where I teach good? Just kidding. You mean like where I teach it like more intricately? I don't at this time. Because I don't do it anymore, you guys. Do you notice that in my portraits they're all crazy colored? Yes, that's coming to my YouTube. I've talked about it last time. I will be doing a fundamentals YouTube, a tips and tricks of like how to splatter, how to get certain consistencies, like just something, the pressure points with paintbrushes and stuff, just to have something that you guys can all watch and get and know, and then when you come to the paint nights, I don't have to teach them every time, kind of thing, you know? That type of thing. But you guys know me, it takes like 45 years to do anything else because I have a million things on the go. So, I'm getting a big old brush out. Where's my, can I see that there? Yeah. Big old brush. Rounded. Large. Which is different than what we usually start with. We usually start with a small, skinny one. So I'm going to get that paintbrush wet. And again, depending on what skin color you're doing, I'm just going to grab a little bit of pink, which would be red and white. And I'm just going to mix it up with my brush. Can you guys see my palette today? Kind of, not where I am. Okay? A little bit of water on your brush, but we don't want to do that chocolate milky consistency that we always do. We just want straight up paint because we want it to go on nice and opaquely. And we're literally just going to draw his head. And it's going to be like a circular oval. And if it's bigger than it's supposed to be, even better. Cartoons, big heads, hilarious. Okay? Or if you wanted to have a little head and a big jacket. I don't know. Up to you. Let's see what happens. I'll just toss a big oval right here. Cinderella. Oh my gosh. I was literally thinking about you the other day, being like, I wonder where she's been. I haven't seen her in so long. Can you guys even see that circle, or is my camera too? You guys can't even see it. Give me a second. Painting camera. Cinderella, so good to see you. I know, guys, I couldn't. I just love me. Let me just turn the brightness down a little bit. Can you see that circle now? Is that better? Let's just do that for now. Yeah, this circle just appeared. Hello. Don't worry, the circle, this is the only thing that's that light. Everything else is going to be dark colors. So right now, I literally just straight out of the tube, Cinderella, I used light portrait pink with a little bit of white. But I'm telling you, you can use whatever. Red and white with a little bit of orange. Just like a simple skin color is what we're going for. And it's just a good old egg. I think I'm going to make his head a little big, and that's fine with me. Okay, get that in there. Madge is here. Dresden, look at Tay, all professional. Let us see how far it's come. Dang. It's been a journey. Thanks for sticking it out with me, you guys. All from the lamp fund. All from one single camera. Those were the days. Okay, look how easy that was, you guys. Circle. It's a head. It's a little ovally. It's a little bit of an egg. And see how much like work we just saved without having to like do the circle and come back later? Like, the head's there. Boom. Now, when it comes to his jacket, it's like green, right? Is it like kind of green? Or should we just make it gray? It's like green. Yeah, okay, cool. So we're going to take out a green. Army green. Gray green. Beauty. I'm just going to take out sap green permanent. I'm just like saying the colors now because I know Cinderella likes them. She always reminds me to say the colors. I should say them all the time. Good to see you back, though. I love that. Dark olive, just to be difficult. Hey. You guys are proving the point that there's a million ways to say many colors. So we are going to get a straight, if it's you have a dark green straight out of the tube, that's cool. Okay, so Shay's saying, how do you get an army green? So, green, if you want to do it the cheap way, a little bit of black will help. If you want to do it the right way, not the right way. I don't know, you guys, I need a better word than right or wrong. Mixing a color with its opposite on the color wheel darkens it up. So like red and green are opposite. So if you put tiny touches of red into your green, but it's very like mixing colors is a slippery slope. You have to be very touchy and very particular. It's all about playing around. So I would usually suggest toss like maybe a touch of blue and a little bit of black, and you should get a dark green. See, Acid loves mixing colors. See, I don't. As you can see how I teach it very terribly. I always say you can get blue, red, yellow, black, and white, and you can mix any color, and I'll tell you roughly how to do it. But me and my personal practice, I just get straight out of the tube, like colors like dark green or whatever, because it's just, I'm lazy. Okay. The lazy way. See, exactly match. Okay, so this next part, we're not doing chocolate milky paint, girl. We're changing it up a little bit today. This is the first time, though. Don't worry. It's not like we've been doing it different this whole time that you've been gone. Just changing it up on you a little bit. So, it depends on your comfortability of brush control, okay? So if you're good with a big brush, you can keep using that big brush so that we can draw that square right away. If you need a smaller brush to do the outline, that's okay too. If you want to, let's take that green. Again, we're using thicker paint, not watered down, pretty thick. I'm just going to show you 3 ways of being able to start this jacket. We're literally just painting a long rectangle, which is his body all the way down to his butt, okay? And so we are going to, this is going to be, we're going to come a little bit underneath that oval, okay? So his chin goes underneath there a bit. You can just straight up paint, oops. You can paint lines straight down until you fill up this square. It's not catching on to my canvas very well. All right, so you decide how long you're going to go out and then just keep painting strokes until you fill up the whole thing. You can use a skinny brush and from the beginning, just hand, like we usually do, outline where this big rectangle is going to go. Right, and then fill it in. There's lots of different ways for comfortability for people. Like if you are somebody who's been here before and used to like drawing the circle like an outline versus with a big brush just filling it in, did you find one easier than the other? Just curious. Because like when you guys send me your pictures in to like whatever your final images in, that really helps me see like what I'm teaching and like not like where I go wrong or like, but how people pick up things that I explain or do or what's easier for people to do. I just went over his chin a little bit, but that's fine. We're literally just coloring in this body. Mine's a lot more green than in the picture, but I don't, that's fine. If you want to darken it up a little bit, I would add a touch of black and a touch of white. Remember, with black, it's a very powerful pigment, and it will overcome all of the colors in the world. So take tiny, tiny touches of it at a time to alter your colors. Okay. So yeah, when they're talking about like color theory, Acid and Stacy are talking about color theory. And that's what I'm teaching you, like little things here and there about it, like mixing the opposite colors on the color wheel, or like the other day when I'm telling you that warm colors appear closer and cool colors appear farther. Those are all color theory lessons. Okay, look, we got a square. You should do a color theory night. Okay, so it's so funny that I just read that as I was literally about to say. But I hate it. Like, I love it. Like, I know now that I went to school for it, and it was a very hard class, a very strenuous hard class. But now that I have it ingrained in me, it's just like in there. So I just like every time I'm painting or choosing colors, I'm conscious of the theory that has been ingrained in me in school. But I don't know if I could like teach. Like I don't. That takes like that. We'll see. We'll see. It stresses me out. Justin's down to co-host. Okay, well, Justin, if Justin wants to take the lead, you guys, gladly. Stresses me out, though. Okay, we've got a jacket. Okay. And with our little brushes, we're already going to pop in there. I just got paint all over my chest. We are going to pop in there. And we are going to give that color already. Okay? And it is... I have to move my mic a little bit. Sorry. Can you still hear me? So we're going to come beside his head. I don't know, like a centimeter. Is that a good amount of distance right here? And we're just going to draw a line. Always look at the reference picture. That's why we're using... Not only is it because I don't have time to paint this first and then show you a painted version while we're doing this, but because I think that it's helpful for you guys to see how I break down like a real photo into shape form. So like always when I'm laying something down, like look at the picture and try to like see and place on your picture where it should go in relation to where it is on the picture. Does that make sense? And over here too, let's just like make a line. Okay. You can even like angle this one a little bit if you want. It's a jacket that's not sharp and straight and normal. You can change it up if you want. Okay, and then draw a line right to the head, right to that pretty little egg we got. So basically ignore the details for now. Yes, exactly. But realistically though, when you're painting, it is best to start with not the details. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Bernie Sanders, Nick and sticking. Heck yeah. Because I just love this wholesome meme just hitting the internet and how Bernie Sanders just like doesn't understand it. And how maybe that whole generation is just my mom too is like, what? I don't get why. Like, why are there Bernie Sanders everywhere? Okay, how's that? We've got a body. Okay. I think it's like kind of funny that his like upper half is big and his little half is small, but we'll figure it out as we go. Okay. So into that green concoction that we have, either, whatever, if you've been using like a black and like a darker green or whatever, we're just going to be adding a touch of white into there. Okay. Let me find, I'm going to get a medium-sized paintbrush here. You see it up there? Perfect. And we're just going to add a touch of white. Not too much. Like, we just want it to be like a value or two lighter than what we've been working with. Just so there is a different... I probably need more. Just so there's a differentiation. Is that a word? So we're about to draw some arms. And we want us to be able to see the difference of the arms to the bottom. That's a word, yes. We want to see the difference of the arms to the body. We don't want to just like draw a shape on top and then it just blend into that square we've already made, right? So I added a touch of white into our green. I'm using that like medium-sized paintbrush here. And just like our little picture here. Wait, oh, just kidding. We can look at it here. We're just going to go for these arms on the side first, okay? We're not doing chocolate milk consistency, more paint than water, but a little bit of water so it pulls nicely, okay? And we're going to start right at the top here. And you're basically just going to draw a bean. We can color it right in. But it doesn't have to overlap. So maybe it's a teardrop. See how it's just a touch lighter? It's going to look like a South Park character, probably. I know it's not your phrase, but bean science. Exactly, Dresden. You're in the peanut gallery. It's everybody's phrase. I honestly love when you guys repeat my sayings. It kills me. Okay, and on this side too, let's go and do another bean. Justin won't even say. He says, I think it should be her saying, not the other one. He won't even say the other one. But guess what? You don't even have to say anymore. I can just do this. There's nothing in it, but I can pretend. Oh, Schlob is hilarious. I'm taking it back, you guys. I'm taking it back. Words change over time, you know? Changes over time. Look at that. That Schlob mug is life. I tell you, Cinderella. You can thank Cindy in here. She's in the comments. I put her in my story. You guys can check out. She does work like that. Oh, Tay's Schlob School only on caffeine. It sounds like it should be on OnlyFans. That doesn't. You're right. It doesn't sound right. Okay, we've got some little arms, some little nubbins on the side here. Just put that back there. I don't even know if you guys can see it, but how's that? Woo! And now I'm going to get a little more confusing for you guys before we start. Oops, I kicked it again. Before we start putting the crossed arms in, before that, we are going to start putting those legs in to make sure that everything's kind of laying out properly and in their right spot. How are we doing, Bernie painters? Are we, like, feeling okay? Are we feeling okay so far with our little shapies we've got going on? I think so. Yes. Okay. That's all I need. That's all I need. I'm taking some black out onto my palette. My Bernie is quite wide, but it'll do. And you know what? I think mine is too, really, if I look at it. Remember, I'm always, like, I'm painting my painting from an angle, and I'm cross-eyed. So my depth perception is always off. So mine are usually, like, I teach you guys to paint them big anyway. So nothing wrong with that. My Bernie is quite wide. His head is so big. Nothing wrong with that either. We're going to put a mask on there. And a lot of it is, like, because he's bald. So when I was doodling him yesterday, I was realizing that if I made the circle too small, like, it doesn't look like he's bald and the head goes backwards and it only looks like a forehead. Does that make sense? Okay. I have black on my brush. I'm using the same brush. Again, depending on your canvas size, we can use whatever brush size you want. Using more paint than water. And I have pure black at the moment. I'm literally just going to draw. It's questionable. Right as I drew it, I realized that you're going to be like, what? But I'm drawing a black square. Right there, okay? I mean, it's not a square. It's a circle. It's in a questionable spot. Here's Lisa coming in the comments just to say Schlob Mob is cool. Every stream, she's going to come in and remind us. Because I agree. And Justin always jumps on it and says, no. Okay, you guys, draw this weird, awkward black shape on our poor Bernie. Okay? I know it's weird. Okay, and from this, we're just going to draw a line. As I'm drawing it, I'm sorry, I know. We're just going to draw a line straight down. Okay. I know. It's fine. There goes the Disney Plus show. No, you guys, it's fine. Trust the process, okay? It's fine. Okay. And from this line, we're going to draw another line down. Okay? What is the process? The process is we're drawing a leg, okay? It's just a leg. Get your minds out of the gutters. Okay? Is this stream marked 17 plus? It always is, just because I have an unpredictable mouth and I usually say inappropriate things. So it usually is always plus 17, but Now that I'm drawing unfortunate shapes on our poor Bernie. But do you see what this is? This is his other leg. This is the front leg that is crossed over top, right? Right? Okay, and from here, we're just going to make another, we're just going to turn this into a bean, basically, from that circle. Unpredictable mouth, unpredictable peanut gallery. Both. I think it's both. You guys for sure can influence my unpredictability as well. Okay, you can color that black in as well. I guess realistically we could have just drew a bean and then a circle, but whatever, it would still look inappropriate. So that's fine. My apologies to everyone just coming into the show right now. Okay. So this is a leg, right? Like, check that out. It's a leg. It's cool. It's cool. Now we're just going to grab a touch of white. Again, just a touch. Like, we don't want it to be super light. We just want it to be different than the black we've already laid down, okay? What am I looking at here? Okay. And with our little bit lighter black, we're going to draw another circle right in between there, like right in that crease. Do you see that? Does the color show up enough for you guys? Maybe I'll make mine lighter than it should be so that you can see it more obviously, okay? There's another knee there. Right? Oh, I'm having such a hard time seeing the screen. That's okay. And then same thing from this guy. Let's just paint a line straight down. Okay? Like, you guys, that's a Bernie. Like, I see him already. And from that line, I just thickened it up. Right? Remember, this is kind of light. Yours can be darker than that. Mine is just so you guys can see it better. Just a little bit lighter. But with that same color, we're going to come down over here. Again, like, see what I'm about to place. I'm kind of putting his little butt and back of the other leg down. So when you're looking at that picture beside us here, you can see, like, okay, here's the knee that we've drawn. So where from the knee does this shape start? If that helps. Okay, so I'm like, oh, here's the knee. It's like roughly here where this line goes down and fills up that space of that leg, right? And guess what? If you made it too high, who cares? We can color it back in with green, cover up our mistakes. I'm just finding, even already, like we just started, I don't even have my watch on, that coloring in the shapes as we go might quicken up our process a little bit more. Again, the main reason why I don't do it often is because depending on people's paint quality, it can be unpredictable and a little bit tougher. But I think we're okay. So at the bottom of these pants here, we're just going to draw an angled line down, okay, to match up. Pant leg, boom. And we'll take, again, our black. It looks like Pickle Rick. Actually, it kind of does. Now we are just going to match up all these shapes. Like, let's just make that a little bit thicker for his leg. Remember, I just didn't listen to my own rule. Add a little more water to bring that paint around. Okay. And we can probably cap off these too. Right? It's so funny when I posted on my story on Instagram that we're painting Bernie Sanders. Or I was drawing Bernie Sanders or something and had to pick some music because it's always fun. Actually, because I'm watching trash TV and you guys don't need to hear it in the background. And like the first song was called Bernie Sanders. Like if you go on it, Instagram music or whatever and write in Bernie Sanders. It's literally a song that just repeats. It's like Bernie Sanders, Bernie Sanders, Bernie Sanders, and that's like literally been playing in my head this whole time. I feel like we should have that should have been the playlist of the day today. Okay, so we've got some legs planned out here roughly. Also, I'm just realizing, I don't know if I show you guys enough, but like I have my rag basically in my lap, and almost every time I change colors, I like clean my brush on here often. In case that's something that might help people after. Okay, and we still have black on our brush, okay? Pure black, though. And we're just going to come under his butt. And we are just going to kind of make a bowed line. We're just going to make that chair. It just comes out the back a little bit. Right underneath that line where we made for his legs. Followed my Instagram. Ah, thanks, Lisa. Bernie Sanders, Bernie Sanders, Bernie Sanders, Bernie Sanders. All right, so see how it just kind of comes out the back there. Just implying a chair. Remember, you guys, it's a simplified, we're doing a simplified Bernie. And as we go, like, you can stop off at any time. Like, once we have all the shapes laid out and the easy details laid in, you can stop and have, like, a stylized one. I'll teach you to go a little bit further to add some more details. And then some people like to, like, paint it for a couple days after and keep detailing and keep adding little things. That's completely up to you. Okay. We will add the rest of the chair later. And should we add his shoes now? Sure. There's going to be pure black for now. Sid's saying her Bernie ate too many Big Macs. That's great. I think he should. It's just the jacket. You don't know what he's had in there. You can have a rockin' bod. Okay. Okay, so from this pant leg, we have to remember that this leg is his left leg. Body, Sanders. Okay, so we have to remember that this is his leg that's coming from this side, okay? So I'm not going to teach us how to draw like crazy feet or anything, but we are going to just start by drawing the ankle all the way down to where you want the bottom of his foot to be. Just a long ankle. I'm just using pure black right now. Looks like his shoes are brown, probably. We can add some brown in there later if you want. And we will just draw a long ankle. Okay? He looks like a little peg leg at the moment. He's a pirate. Next month, can we paint Bernie with a rocket bod? I'm going to paint it for the people. I can't say no. Okay, and from this one, let's just draw another ankle. Just a long... And see how I left like that? We put that pant leg out on the side. I made his ankle closer to this leg and some pant leg left over there. And then let's go over here and we'll just draw another peg leg. Okay? Buff Bernie. I love how he's just so wholesome. Okay. And from there, again, remember, this is going to be a very simplified shoe. Don't look at it too closely, okay? Don't think about it too much. From this peg, we're going to draw a line out this way. Because remember, this is his leg right here coming over. His right leg. Okay? And we're just going to attach it. Like that for now. And later, we're going to put in some details that'll make it look more like a shoe. Okay? There's so much perspective and things into drawing a shoe that we just can't get into. We're just going to ad-lib it. Okay? Same down here. We are going to just buff it out at the bottom a little bit. And we'll see as we go, like if his shoes are too small or whatever. Looks good enough, right? It's a shoe. And like we'll draw some what do you call it? Shoelaces on it, and people will know it's a shoe and nobody will even think twice about it. Okay? Remember, like I said last time, it's very easy to get stuck in little details and you're like so close into your painting that you're like, this doesn't look like a shoe. It's not a shoe. It's going to ruin the painting. And you'll work forever trying to fix that shoe. But if you just like look away for a second and look at it from far away at the whole thing, you're like, oh, wow, that shoe is such a minuscule part that like, who cares? Feel the burn. Happy Thursday. The Burnster. Hello, RCV and Tender Bear. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Stewed. We're painting the Burnmeister. Okay? So now, just because we're jumping around like the jumper I am, we're going to come back and we're going to fill in these arms. Okay? So we're going to want that light green that we were using. Just a touch of white in whatever green you were using already, like these ones, right? Mine truthfully ran out, so I'm just gonna mess it up some more here. Okay. And we're gonna start with the bottom arm, because if we're looking at the picture beside us here, beep, we can see that the bottom arm's kind of resting on his knee a little bit. So we're gonna come to the bottom of this first bean that we drew. And we're gonna, you can pick some people, it might be helpful to like do a dot where you're gonna go. Oops, get that in here. We're using good amounts of paint, just a little bit of water to pull across. And we're gonna do another bean. Boop. Right? How's that? Can you guys see that on there, or is it not a good enough? You can kind of see, but I'll lighten it up even more. Oh my gosh, what have I done? Just so you can see it better. And see how this bean is a little bit thinner when we're close to the knee and it bows out. Can you see that a little bit better? Yeah. Again, yours doesn't have to be that much lighter. I'm just trying to, because we're going to go in and do some shading and such, but I just want you guys to be able to see the shapes that I'm laying. Right? It's not fully touching the knee, but that's okay. We're going to get some shadow in there. And then we're going to come on the next side. And the only difference with this bean is, see how on this side we overlapped the beans. Oh, I just say bean, bean, bean. How many times can I say it today? We overlapped the beans to kind of make a nice little elbow here. Like we've already built in what the creases on the jacket are going to be. Like if you look at the picture, right, there is a crease that's kind of curved like that. We've kind of helped us out a little bit. But this one over here, it's a little bit different. We're going to start it down more and come up. It's at a different part of an angle. So acknowledge that we did that circle, right, and that crease. But this one, we're going to start like down here, okay? And we are going to come right up. Like so. Remember, add some water in there just to let it pull a little bit better. But again, we still have that crease there that we just did the extra work on. I mean, already did the work on for later. Oh my gosh, Dresden! With a potato. Thank you. So unexpected. It is close to a bean, but thank you, Justin. You sweet, sweet soul. I am spoiled. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay. How do I even bounce back from that? Thank you for bringing art to us. Ah, oh, it's my pleasure. Literally. Literally. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, we've got some arms, hey? So now that we have that light color on our brush, you can add a touch of green in there, maybe to darken it up a tiny, tiny bit. But we're just going to do a couple little detail spots, okay? Like we're going to come into this arm, and we're just going to go, let's see, can you guys see that? A little bit. I guess I got to keep it lighter for you. I'm just following that shape and adding little curves of that color just to kind of show that like billowing part of his like you like want to like this, right? I'm trying to show we've already painted the dark, but now we're painting lighter to make the shadows instead of painting the shadows on, you know, is how I paint at least. I'll make it a touch lighter so that you guys can see the difference, but and see, it's not a straight line. I'm like curving it like I'm imagining I'm curving with the shape of the arm that we just did, okay? You deserve the love. Oh, sweet Bubsy. Thank you guys for all those props. Also, shout out to Bubsy, sent me this. Gotta show you guys. I've ate so many. But look at this. Cutie cacti. Oops, I'm not even in the camera. Cutie little cacti tea towel that I have to hang up today. And pink sparkly cookies that say Tay, you guys. Oops. I hope I didn't squish it. Tay! I squished this one a little bit, but... And they're so soft and delicious. I cried about that too, you guys. I cry often from your sweetness. All you guys giving me cookies. Oh my gosh. I would. Thank you. Okay, my Bernie Sanders. Oh, sweet souls. Love you too. Okay, we've got, what do we've got? We still have that light green on our brushes, right? And we're going to make some of these pockets he's got on here, which is literally just like a swipe. Again, it's like it's a jacket. It's kind of wrinkly. I'm kind of following the curve of his head here. But I'm just kind of touching some little light parts on there. It's going to look weird until we add some more details in it. But remember, the dark green, if you squint at our Sanders here, you can see where the dark areas are on him, right? Like right under his chin is pretty dark. Right in this little armpit area is pretty dark. And so we're leaving those, that green we already have. And then later if we need, we can go in and add some like dark, some like black in there if you want to bump up the shadows a bit. So we still have this lighter green on our brush. More paint than water. And I'm going to come on this arm too. See, I'm just going to swipe just a couple little spots of texture. Let me zoom in on that quick. Do you see there? How it's very like inconsistent. Pops of little color because he's wearing this like crinkly jacket. You got me squinting while I'm driving. Think that's dangerous? Possibly. Oh, and then Sid coming in with the unicorn. You guys are spoiling today. Oh, spoiling me today. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, and you two, you already gave me a present today. You stop it. What else was I just gonna say? You know what's really actually funny? With Bernie underneath me right now, I could make me Bernie. Should I just paint like this for the rest of it? Sorry, anyway, distraction. Okay, back to Bernie. I don't know why this is so jumpy and it won't just smoothly go right back into the spot I needed to, but we're just gonna leave that. That's your YouTube picture! Oh my god, you're right. I'll screenshot it after. That's true. Good call, you guys. yes. I'm for sure, yeah, putting Bernie as me. That's good. Okay. Again, depending on... That's really funny. Depending on detail or how comfortable with technique you are, remember that you can go in with like lots of water on your brush. And you can like lightly brush in some texture in there. It'll dry a lot lighter. But that's up to you if you want to add some of that in there. I'm still just going in with regular. The same green we used with a touch of white just to bump up some of these spots. And remember, like I'm squinting at the reference photo, which is underneath me now, to see where I should be popping in these little highlighted spots. If that is too much for you, just look at where I've put them. That's fine too. Okay. Oops. How's that? Oh my gosh, she's coming along. I'm pumped. I am pumped. Okay. So, it is time for some gloves, I think. Yeah, let's do the gloves. I'm going to use the same size brush. I'm pumped. Not pumped. Pumped. Oh, pumped. Pumped-head? Just ignore that. Okay. I'm using the same brush. Oh, where am I though? There it is. Bernie's looking good. I agree. And we're just going to get pure white out. Okay. Ooh, mine's mixed with a little bit of green, but what can you do? So we're going to paint the first one, okay? And it's literally just going to be another bean, Ilham. Oh, right. I didn't comment to your up drip. Sorry, Ilham. We've got beans at least. We can up drip the background. Okay. So we've got one mitten. And you know what? Maybe let's make it just like bigger. It should just be comically big, I feel like. Right? It's not even, it's almost just 9 now. We're cruising. Okay. So we've got one big old mitten. I just keep making it bigger. I curved my oval down a little bit. See how it's smaller and it curved in a little bit down here? Don't have to if you don't want to. And same over here. We're going to come into this sleeve a little bit and let's just draw that other one right over top. This one's a little bit more of a teardrop, just kind of avoiding where the other mitt is. Like I always say, play keep away. Justin, okay, somebody needs to make me, I will pay you. I will art trade you if you make me a big royalty-free playlist on Spotify. I'm going to put that out there right now. And it better not include any of the songs we've been listening to for a year. Okay. Because I know we've been listening to the same ones over and over again, but you know there's problems where, like, you don't think about it until you're in the moment, and it's too, like, you can't do it in the moment. Like, every time I'm like, oh, I need to make a new I need to make a new playlist. I need to make a new playlist. But then I don't think about it until I sit here and I press play, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Here we are listening to the same thing again. Okay, we've got some challenges accepted and got me there. Love you both. Literally, I'll hand out prints to anybody that wants to make these. It's just, I need it. But it has to be royalty free and it has to be able to play on YouTube. That is the only rules. Okay. How's that? You guys, we have a Bernie. Oh my gosh. Tay's gonna make it rain. Prance. Exactly. As soon as I Google royalty free. I know, royalty free, there's some good ones in there, but we'll see how she goes. Okay. So we've got some mittens. You could have made them comically huge if you want. I for sure made them a little bit bigger than they're supposed to be. Okay. Should we paint blue right onto that skin color, or should we paint white first? We'll figure that out. Okay. White? Okay, cool. Let's do it. Do it. The face is for sure dry. The acrylic paint is crazy how fast it dries. So let's just get that white. Just like, because I'm talking about the matte. Like for some people, your blue might be strong enough to go over top of that pinky skin color you made. But for some people, it might not. So maybe we should just paint a white square first. If yours feels damp still, fan it with some cardboard for a sec. Good call. Cardboard or a blow dryer, literally blow on it. If it's not too like wet of like drippy paint, you can like fan it. Hey, Max Brown. Oh my gosh. It's been a while. Okay, we're just painting that mask right on there. You can paint a square first and then just kind of bubble it at the bottom if you want. I know that it's hard to see the skin color right now. It's crazy. It's so pink to me. So it's crazy that it's so, what's the word? Faded to you guys. But I think you can see a little bit at least. Okay? And as you do that, our next step is going to be with our green and a touch of black now. We're going to go in and bump up some shadows. And when I say a touch, I mean a touch. The tiniest touch of black. He looks like a cute little egg. I know, hey. He looks like a cute little egg, but more also like a little South Park character, I feel like. He looks like a Canadian South Park character. Sorry if I'm going quick. I feel like that was a quick, easy process for you guys. I don't know. Let me know if you need more time. But I'm going into my green. Straight out of the tube green, or straight whatever green we started with. Our first like rectangle, right? And I'm going to touch a touch of black in there. A tiny little touch of black. He's a socialist. Totally a Canadian move. Hey. True. Unfortunately, I'm not one to jump on the socialist bandwagon with you, Bernie. But you're right, that is totally a Canadian. Not to get political in here, okay? So, let's go with our black and a touch of green. Okay? And we are going to come through and we're going to start adding where all those dark spots of green should be, right? Those little shadowed spots. So we're going to come over his ear a little bit and bring that under his chin. And see, now we're making those nice little shadows that if you're squinting, oops, I'm a messy painter today. When you're squinting at the picture, where are those dark spots? And it's funny because like some people, sorry, I just smacked the microphone. Some people do this from their phones, like you're following along on your phone, so the screen's really small. But at least with this one, you can find this reference photo very easily on Google, which is nice if you need to see a bigger one up close. We're going to come in on the side here and draw in that armpit. And realistically, remember, like, paint's very forgiving. Like, if you thought you made this arm too fat, with this darker color, you can come in on it a little bit to kind of thin it out a bit, hey? Okay? Same over here. We're going to curve it in a little bit. See how this line isn't straight? It's kind of curved in with, like, if you can imagine how the jacket goes. Oops. Oops. I'm messy today. Oops. Okay. We are going to draw the zipper of his jacket and something that is, it's a very small little detail, but it's going to really help make it look like his jacket's like bowing. So we're not going to draw it straight down. We're going to draw it bowed outwards. Okay, like whoop, like this. Bowed and in. Okay? So that kind of shows that it's puffed up at this spot. So like here we have a shadow down here and we have a shadow under here. So this lighter part that we drew is puffed. So then for all you guys saying he ate too many Big Macs, then it's like easier to get away with like, oh, it's just this big old jacket, right? You love it. Oh, perfect, Svengali. Perfect. And then you can, if you want, draw a little pocket because he's got a little pocket on there. And see how it's like a triangle on the bottom and a line on the top? That line on the top's probably too dark. Let's ignore that. I'm just going to wipe it with a wet rag. Same on this side too. It's his little like triangle of his little pocket. But again, small detail, not like we all know it's a jacket. We all know Bernie's in it. But see how already it's kind of coming together? If I had time, would I be on more like streaming more? Totally. This year is a lot about just because I'm still the same story I've been telling you guys the whole time is still going. Like I'm still working on all those like 70 paintings that I have as commissions, plus all my side freelance projects and stuff. But I haven't been taking more new projects. Like once I'm done, I'm gonna be focusing more on streaming. That is, I'd love to stream more and commission less, to be honest. But I know I don't do it. I just don't have the time, you guys. My life's a little crazy, but it'll come. Don't worry. So I'm coming into these spots here, and I'm just going to draw some curves in his jacket, some creases. It's funny. I started doing Tuesdays because of COVID, right? Like the lockdown ones, like there was so much demand and so many people home. And a life with Dan. Thanks, Lisa. That's true. That's true. I do need to spend some time with my Daniel. Oh my God, is that another potato? You guys. Thanks, Max Brown. You guys are just the best. Another potato. Oh, what was I even saying? I'd forgotten. Thank you guys. Oh my God, you're the best. What's up, potatoes? So potatoes are just a very high token. It's just a very, very large. It's the largest tip you can get on caffeine. Thank you guys. Spoiled. Hashtag spoiled today. So, when we're doing these creases, I don't know what to say. When we're doing these creases in the jacket, we can think back to those original shapes that we did. Like, see how I'm kind of following these, like, if we picture this was that first bean that we drew, these creases are kind of following that shape, right? They're still kind of curved to show a little bit of, like, dimension and depth in his jacket. Okay? Check that out. Okay, and then under his arm here, we're going to add some green, some darker green, because it's darker down there. Oops, I keep hitting. Can you guys hear when I hit the microphone with my paintbrush? I apologize. Remember, if you want to blend stuff out, I feel like I'm just like talking and talking. You can get a brush with just water on it, and you can kind of buff out those sharp edges if you want. If you're having trouble blending stuff together. Okay. I'm still using green with a touch of black. But I'm kind of adding more black in there, okay? I want it to be pretty dark. Because I'm making these shadows underneath this other arm we've got here. underneath that glove. Remember, if that line's too sharp for you, clean off your brush onto your rag, get your brush wet, and just kind of like buff that baby out of there. If you want. Tay, what does everybody do with their paint night paintings? It's a good question. Everybody? Some people keep them, some people sell them, some people gift them. But I'm not sure. Whatever they want. Keep, give. Yeah, that's what it seems. Somebody asked me if they were allowed to sell it. You guys just sell. If you want to sell your painting, sell it. I'm not worried about it. You painted it yourself. Go for it. Gift or hang up. Sold one. See, look at that. Oh, love that. You've seen a few gifted online. I love. Some people are just like honestly trying to get better at painting. Some people just like the activity. Some people, yeah, it's the world's your oysters. Yeah, me personally, I have a closet filled with them. But someone made a very good call when I posted that I have a closet of them. And I do want to do this, I just haven't got there yet. To go to old folks' homes and give them. They like have empty walls all the time. So I feel like there's some that would be nice in there to fill, like just donate them to fill up some walls. Yeah, I never thought of that at all. Somebody just commented on my story. And I thought, heck yeah, that's cute. Yeah. And you call us sweet souls? Well, you guys, I don't know like what to do. I don't know what else to do with them. What am I going to do with them? So kind. It was not my idea. Ilum's still here just waiting for the updrip. Sorry, we're just on details. I know it's crazy. Okay. We've got a jacket, right? And again, I'm not going to get too much into it. We don't have to spend too much time on the jacket, but just if you're somebody who wants to add more details, like remember, you could go in and add more white into that green, and you can go in and bump up those highlights, right? Just add a little bit more depth into them if you want. You don't have to. Again, how much detail you want to do, go for it. Like maybe you don't care, and that's fine too, but you can add in some little guys in there. Okay. Justin, sir, you know the rule, props for updrips. That's not a rule. Don't listen to that. You're just saying that for your 10%. That is so funny. Oh, Justin, you have to share with the class your gift. Okay. Take a picture of it and send it in your DMs to me. It's so funny. The jacket that I drew is so big and his legs are so small, and I'm living for that. Okay, we're just going to zoom out for a second here. Okay, how do we feel as a Bernie right now? Little egg-headed Bernie. That's a jacket. We've got some legs going. We're going to lightly put in some of the same shadows we've put on his legs right now. Okay. I'm still using the same brush. I haven't really changed from it. And now we're just using black and white again. Touch of white in our black. Mine also has skinny legs. I follow you too closely. You always have the same things. Yeah, well, that's fair, though. I am teaching you guys, so that is fair. Nothing wrong with a little wonky. Okay, so we're going to start by just adding. You can't even see that at all. Realistically, I think I actually did these leg colors backwards. We probably should have done the dark in the background and the light closer, but that's fine. So I have the light gray, and I'm just going to light up that knee. Okay. He's gone. a bright knee. And I'm going to bring it down a little bit just on this side. I'm going to stop. Let's see how that's just filling up the knee a little bit. Maybe I should still stay closer, actually. Can you guys still see it close? Yeah. Mine's pretty light. Yours can be a little darker than that. It doesn't have to. I can darken it up a little bit. And I just did that by literally just going in with black on my brush into that wet paint. Okay, I'm still using that black with a little bit of white in it. And I'm going to pull a crease all the way down his leg. And don't be worried, like, if you find that it is rough, or you don't like what it looks like you can paint black right over top of this and start it over again if you want. So the thing about this crease is it bows out as it gets closer to the bottom. Do you see that? Oh, no, because we're zoomed in, so I shouldn't have done it. Okay. Sounds like a deal's on the table. Talking about Justin charging you 40%. That's really funny. Okay, and we're going to also bring a crease right on down. Right here. See a little nubbin right there? And just bring that line down. I know it's like I'm just talking lines and lines, but I hope that visually you can see what I'm talking about. Why can't I see this well? Okay. And now with pure black, we're just going to kind of lightly outline it, all right? Using the same brush. If you want a smaller one, that's cool. Oops. Because we want to differentiate from this top leg to this back leg, okay? How is that? And then kind of the same as we were doing with those creases that we were doing up here, right? Curving them in. Same thing, we'll just add a couple curves down here, okay? Again, very minuscule detail. It's not like painting cross legs is easy. So again, simplified version as always. Looking so good. Ah! Thank you, Acid. Thank you. I'm struggling to see this other plant leg for some reason. Okay, let's put a couple shades in there. We're going to go to this back guy here. Those new glasses. I know, it's so hard for me to see far. They're cute, though. I can see here great. I'm just getting paint all over my face. Okay, so we're going to this back leg, and we're using a touch of white, but it's mostly just black, because remember, we've already painted it a little bit lighter. We're going to come down, and we're just going to paint a couple lines here. To basically just imply it's underneath that leg. I'm keeping the left side a little bit lighter. But again, simple little lines. We are going to go onto the shoes later. Let's do this. Still using black with a touch of white in it. On the bottom of the shoe, we're going to draw a straight across line and just bow it a little bit right at the top there. So remember, covered the whole bottom with a line and then just bubbled it as I got close to the tip. Just flirting with you guys, sorry. I wish I could have bifocals or something, but I cannot. Okay. So I'm going to leave that there for a second, and then we're going to move on up to his face. Let me know if you're ready. If you're ready, Freddy. What time is it? 9:20. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, let's get into that face. So, you can start with black. Let me zoom into this so I can see it and I'm not just squinting like a crazy. Zoom into your little face, sir. Okay. My God. Okay, so we're going to start at the top of that mask. And guess what? It's going to be easy. We're just going to draw 2 lines for the bridge of his nose. If you are somebody who prefers to use a Sharpie, go for it. If you want to use a pencil to lay it out first, go for it. I don't know why the quality just looks so bad on this camera right now. But we just got 2 black lines. You can even curve them up a little bit as they go up, like into each other, like the bridge of a nose. That's cool. Remember, it's comical. It's better for him to have a bigger forehead, all right? Okay. And then we are going to, at the top of those lines, just make 2 more lines bowing out the other way. Almost looks like we're drawing a face. Why? That camera's pissing me off. Why does this always pop up on my bottom computer? Just a computer underneath my feet. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm going to right now. Is that worse or better? Worse. Whoa. Oh, I put it the wrong way. Just feel like it's not very clear for some reason. Oh well. Okay. We've got that line there. Perfect. Guess what? We're going to draw some eyebrows. You might want to add a little bit of white just to have it a little more gray versus black. Get those eyebrows in there. I know I need like a full-time IT tech, you guys, that just chills here with me always. My paintbrush is too long to paint with my microphone there. Okay, so we've got from that little curved up line we made, let's just draw an eyebrow straight across. If you want to make him like mad, you would bend them down, like downwards if you wanted to instead. I'm going to make just straight across, and they can come down a little bit on the sides too. Look at that. Look at this little egg. You can like flail up, like make them hairs if you want. But literally a big rectangle also gets the trick done. And the hilarious thing about Bernie to me in this picture is that also his eyes are going to be easy too. You might want to get a smaller paintbrush. Like, I don't know if you want it like tiny. I'm not sure if that will help better. We're going to come right into the middle of the mask and the eyebrow that we just drew. And you're going to draw another line just straight across, but shorter. Right? And there's the same as with the Buddha. You're going to come to that line and you're just going to make it like a little bit thicker on the spot that's closer to the eyes. Do you see that difference? Like I just came in with the same brush and I just made it a little bit thicker on this side and it gets thinner on the way out. Same on this side. You can raise it up a little bit, okay? Leave it thin on the other side. Oh my gosh, I'm already obsessed. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Before we, let's see, before we get any further, we are gonna go back into our, I'm just getting another small brush. We're going back into our skin color, okay? And you're gonna add a touch of red to it, like the tiniest touch. And again, whatever the skin color you were using before, whatever you used to make the original head, I might have added too much red in there. What's our time? 9:26. Okay. Okay, so we've got a touch of red in our skin color, and I have a little bitty brush. And we're just going to come into some of these spots. Maybe a touch more red in there, actually. More paint than water. Okay. And we're just literally, it's just like shading basically, but we're going in on those lines and a little bit under those eyebrows. You can even almost go over top. Do you see that difference there? It's so subtle. We're just adding some depth in there. And we're going to paint his ears with this darker pink as well. Okay? So where do his ears go? The tops of his ear is roughly where his eyebrow is, but it comes up to his jacket, right? Let's just draw another bean. Right there. Dresden's out of here. No problem. Thank you for all of your generosity today. So appreciated. Have a good night. And let's come over here. Remember my trick sometimes if it helps. You have paint. Oh my gosh, look at how... I don't know if you can see how like not secure this paintbrush is, but it can help. I have paint on my paintbrush, and for you to see if you want it to be like even across, you can do this, right? And then just put your paintbrush, tap it down on the other side. So now I have a mark as to where I want that to go. Okay, and we're going to draw another little boop. Oh, I made that one a little big, but that's fine. This one has a bean at the top. This paintbrush sucks. And a little bubble at the bottom. Because he's kind of looking sideways, but whatever. Okay? If you want to add more shading, like you can put a little bit of red right there because it's like behind his mask. I went a little over the jacket by accident though. Just get that out of there. Get that out of there. Okay. And he's got cutie little bags under his eyes as well. So we're still going in with that peach color with a touch of red. And you're just going to color underneath those eyeballs. And then maybe add a touch of white to that little red peach skin color concoction that you made. Oops, I added green, but that's fine. Again, it's still the peach color with a touch of red and a touch of white. And we just gotta draw some, like, forehead lines. See how it's a little bit more subtle? You guys can't even see it. Let me bring it closer in a sec here. I'm just gonna make a couple there. Oh, wow, the closer I get, the more difficult it is to see. But see how I just added some white in there? So it's just a subtle couple lines there. They're called disappointment lines. That's funny. That always reminds me of my dad. When he started balding, he would always say, "Every hair lost is one time you stressed me out." Okay. Like I said, maybe we should make him frown more. I'm just going to go in with that skin color. I'm just going to go down in his eyebrow a little bit. I'm going to redraw it a little more frowny, but that's fine. Hello, Pokey Carol. Okay, guys, are we ready to make this look like Bernie with some Bernie hair? And then we got the glasses, paint that mask and gloves, and we're good to go. So you're going to get a smallish brush. Maybe this one will do. And you're going to take your white, which mine is completely compromised, but that's fine. With a tiny touch of black so that we get a gray color. We're not going to paint his hair pure white right away because it wouldn't even show up on the canvas, so that's fine. We want just a tiny touch of gray with our little brush. Maybe a touch darker so you guys can see. Again, mine's going to be a little bit darker than it probably should be so that you guys can see it. We will be painting white on top of it. Oops, but here's the beauty of doing the cul-de-sac, okay? You're going to start almost at the top of... Yeah, this is pretty dark. That's fine. Make yours a little lighter than this, but you're going to start almost at the top of your egg, okay? And you're going to come out, right? Till you reach above the ear and you're going to come back in. Okay? Same on this side. We're going to come out. And then come back in right over top of that ear. Literally, this is just like a South Park Bernie Sanders. Makes me laugh. Okay, I'm still using that same gray, and the difference of when it comes over his head, it's going to start on the outside, and then we're going to come inside. See that difference there? It's not like a straight line down. It's starting in, and then we're bowing inside like this. So you get close to his eyebrow and then coming on down. See that? Same on this side. And then the other beauty about his hair is that it's crazy. Again, it's very dark right now, but we're going back in with white, so the gray will show through. But the best part about that crazy hair... Where's the paintbrush I'm looking for? Your Bernie looks like Bill Clinton. I honestly was going to say, I think it looks like George Bush. Yeah, I see George Bush too. Don't worry, we'll try to get him more. I think it's because he needs to be more frowny. Like, let's make him frown more, first of all. Pissed. What a twist, yeah. I brought you to bring Paint Bernie, and then now he looks like Bush. So now that crazy hair is like this. It's so funny. It's like big tufts of crazy hair that kind of curls outward. Right? Like crazy wispy. Yes, I can move the camera up a tad. Thank you, Max Brown. Can this just... Boop. How about that? Like that better? Okay, so oops, but now I covered up his little head that I'm looking at. It's because his hair is so white. I mean, not white. But I'm going to make him frown a little bit more, and then we'll get those glasses in there too. And the way I'm making him frown is just kind of raising those eyebrows a bit more. We got to get Bush out of here. Okay. Let's see what we should do next. While the gray dries... Let's paint his glasses on. Again, up to you if you want to try drawing it with a pencil first, drawing it with a Sharpie. I'm going to do it with a little brush. And the best way to start is to make it's going to be tough because all these colors are very similar to his eyes and everything, but we will figure it out. The best thing to do is draw just a straight line. Look at our reference photo and see where that line of his glasses goes, right? And it's right under his eyebrow line. And right above his eye, and then it comes over his mask, which we didn't paint blue yet. We probably should have done first, but this is fine. We'll resolve it. And when you're painting these glasses, realize that they're not perfect squares. They are bigger, closer to the nose, and then they come shorter up at the top. But we've got one pair of glasses. One pair, one lens, whatever works. Okay, and let's do the other one. It's easiest to start with the top line. How is that? And bring a line on down over his ear to hit that glasses. His head's so big, I live for it. Okay, while you guys are doing that, we should probably paint his mask blue. Nothing special about that, just toss on some blue. Not watery. Sorry, I just got distracted. Not watery. You want it to go on pretty thick. I'm literally just going to slob it on there. Who are we kidding? And I'm going to do it with straight out of the tube blue. Wow, why isn't this pulling across nice? This paint's chunky. And then while it is wet, I'm going to go in with some white just to paint like those crease lines in there. How are we going to make this not look like George Bush? I think if we get it, yeah, okay, yeah, there we go, there we go. I was just going to say, I think if we fix his eyes and we get his hair white, it'll be better. Acid, you're impressed? So impressed with your zebra? Or with Bernie? With Bernie! Oh, I love that. Zebra happened. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant that you were doing it right now. Heck yes. Okay, I am grabbing a little touch of white into that blue while it's still wet on my palette. And we're just going to draw a line with this lighter blue. But when you get to the middle, you're going to raise it up and come across. I'm going to do it a lot lighter so that you guys can see it. Let's get it in there. Oops. Whatever. Okay, so like I was saying, you come... still can't see it. You come across... And when you get into the middle, you bow up like you're going up the nose, come back down, and go across. And then we'll do another one, kind of playing keep away. And another one at the bottom. Bring it all the way to the edge, though. Maybe it can be pure white if you want, but... just trying to get... that mask look so good. Thanks, Lisa. How is that? Again, with pure white, you can... Oops, I keep hitting the microphone. Like, realistically, he should have a white rim at the top. His, Where did I put my white? I'm running out. His mask should have white straps across the top. With a skinny brush of pure white. With not much water in your paint. More just paint. Did I upgrade my setup? Oh, heck yeah, I did. Hello, Casil. Good to see you. Lots of updates, lots of updates. Oh, check that out. That's my favorite one. I got a new computer. I got a microphone. I've got some other stuff. I know, it's been a long time. Good to see you. I'm going to zoom back in, though. We need to go up there. Okay, how is that? Now, again, with that pure white on our brush, since we're still doing that whole thing. Where did I put the lid to that? Did you miss me? Of course. Of course, Casino. With that pure white on our brush and a little skinny paintbrush, now we can kind of make this nice and white and wispy by just literally wisping some white hairs in there. We might have to paint a background color so that his hair doesn't like disappear. Right? But here's some of those white hairs. Oh, the white already helped a little bit. I will make his eyes longer, but the white has for sure helped a little bit. Remember, when it comes to water and white, if you wanted your white to go on translucent, you want to use water in your paint. When you want it to go on thick and cover up what's underneath it, not much water at all. You want that to go on nice and thick. You leap the water out. Let's just get those wispy, crazy hairs. You did the background color and his hair's popping. Okay, Cat Attack already doing better. I probably should have painted the background first. His eyebrows, maybe even too. You want to add a little bit of white in there? I don't know. Pop, pop. He is very disgruntled. Okay. Even with white, if you want to like accentuate some of those lines on his forehead, maybe. Actually, for sure, we should do a shine spot. He's got I'm not even making that up. That literally is in the picture. I rented and just watched WW84. I don't even know what that is. World War 84. Why the hell is this pick of Bernie Sanders so popular? I don't know, but I'm not complaining. I love him. I don't know. I truly don't. Oh, Wonder Woman 84. See, look, I don't know anything. Guys, once I made the hair white, I'm a lot happier with him. Okay, and then we will make his eyes a little bit longer. I think Justin's right about that, just to Bernie him up a bit more. Oh yeah, already just that one line just made it. So much more burn. Right? Let's just make those eyebrows more angry as well. Right? I think already that line solved it a lot. Right? Oh yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I think, so to be honest, I think the funny like joke around the whole thing, the first thing I saw was like Bernie Sanders looks like he showed up to the inauguration, but it wasn't the only thing he was doing today. Like, so it was just because he was just so casual, like so many people dress up so fancy and it's like a big event, it's a big deal, and it looks like he was just like had to be there. He was like, can this be over so I can go get my groceries or whatever? Like on the way to the post office or whatever. Yeah, like people. So that was really funny. And of course, like Joe beat him out for being the Democratic candidate. So I'm sure he's like pissed, right? He's like, oh, this sucks. Could have been me or something, you know? I don't know. I just think it's so like wholesome. Because he probably like doesn't understand it either, because memes don't make any sense, like you said. I'm just going in right now and just kind of reshaping some spots. Like I just made the mask look a little more the same shape, but I guess that's just me being picky. We really don't have to do that. We can start going in and painting those gloves, I think, right? So is Bernie running for office? Yeah. He was trying for a bunch of years. Hasn't he been trying to? He was running in the election. I could be wrong. 8 a.m. breakfast, 10 a.m. Biden's thing, noon post office, and yeah, he just like wanted to be warm and cozy. So funny, you guys. So funny. Okay, I'm just gonna grab brown to do those gloves quick. I just realized I didn't grab it yet. I just use like a burnt umber. He lost to Hillary in 2016. There you go. And so that's like the joke. It's like now that he blew up everywhere, and it was so funny that he's like posted on everything and shared and everything. The joke is like people want Bernie everywhere but the White House. Poor guy. And then like the other joke is like the person who's made his gloves, because they're like a small business, but apparently she had to shut her doors because taxes were too high. So she like people are like messaging her trying to get gloves, and she like doesn't do it anymore because of too high taxes. And it's just like really ironic because that's what Bernie would want, right? The internet's funny, you guys. The internet's funny. Okay, I just got some burnt umber on my brush, and we're just gonna ad-lib a little bit of those. Why did I just think of the word? We're just gonna ad-lib some of those glove textures. Bernie! Thanks for those teeth, Max Brown. Okay, so first we'll start with some brown, and let's just go on the back part of his glove. We'll just paint a straight across line. And maybe we'll make some triangles in there. Again, I'm just looking at the picture that we have been copying. And I'm not going to do anything too crazy. It's not going to be too different. I'm going to sometimes add some white to the brown just to make a little bit of a different value. Let's make a stripe there and a stripe there. The teeth? What about the teeth? Whose teeth? Let's do a swipe over here. See, it's the same brown. I just added a touch of white in it to get a little bit of a differentiation of color there. So have I been good, Casil? Thanks for asking. A busy bee. Just a busy little bee. That looks dope. Dope. Sorry, I just said that wrong. Thanks, RCV. You left for a minute and came back, and look at him now. I'm just painting some triangles in there. How's that? Let's put some up here. I'm going to put, instead of making a triangle, I'm literally just going to draw it in circles. No one will know. I won't tell nobody. Why aren't you what? Why aren't I what? Sorry, I forgot what I said. That's getting to look like the gloves, right? I think so. Lil RCV. How is that? Let's put some little pokies at the bottom. Bernie is spot on. Oh, I was a little nervous about this one, I won't lie to you, but I can't let you guys see that at the start, right? Your teacher can't be nervous. Let's put some more shapes in there. Sorry, I'm not really teaching this part well. It's just kind of, you can really go and do whatever you wish. Let's go in with some more white. My palettes are always a mess. Oh, you guys can't even see my palette right now anyway. When I read Most Excellent, I just was reminded of, what is it, Bill and Ted's Most Excellent Adventure or something. Something like that. Remember, you guys, there's no different colors in here. I'm using the same brown over and over again, just with different amounts of white in it. It's kind of fun to make up your own little pattern in there. Anything around these colors will, again, get the point across of what we're trying to draw here. Such a memorable photo now because the internet made it that way. Oops. So sometimes it's nice that you can use that to your advantage. And now it's 9:53. Here I was being like, we have so much time. And now I'm at 10 o'clock and here I am still. At least it's safe to say I think that there's no kids painting along today with Bernie. I could be wrong, but... Oops. I know Rosie wasn't jumping to join the Bernie. Ugh, time. Why gotta be like that? I know. I know. I am in Canada, Alberta, right above Montana. I never know if Americans know. I just assumed you're an American also. Sorry, that was rude of me. Not rude of me. Not rude to just assume you're an American. Just digging myself a hole as we go. I love you, Americans. I love you. That's not what I meant. That's really funny. Okay, how are those little gloves? I am. It's not rude. yeah, thanks. Perfect. Oh, that's funny. Okay, how are those gloves looking? We can go back in and sharpen some of those up if you want. We love one in San Jose. That's true. We do. Okay, I think it's coming along here. Do we... Well, actually, who are we kidding? We kind of have to outline those mittens in black. If you don't want it to be too stark, you can do your green and black. I love that right when I said Stark, I just thought of Tony Stark immediately for some reason. And we're just going to kind of bump up these textures here. So behind that mitt, we're just going to almost draw a circle to make it look like his sleeve. And then we're just going to add this darker outline kind of close around where those hands go, just to bump them up. And make them pop. Alright, do you see that there? Just adding the black here and here really brings that puppy to life. How are we still doing, you little Bernie painters out there? Is it still going good? Are we still happy? With that black too, you can even like shape it more if you want, like come in it a little bit to make it look a little more not so perfect. But again, depends on what type of detail you want. How is that? Mine looks very funny, but I'm a fan. I'm so excited to see them, you guys. So excited. Okay. So, we basically have to paint. Let's paint the chair quick. Okay? Again, want to do it with a Sharpie, cool, that's fine. Let me see. Zoom out. I need to see him in all his glory. Okay. Again, little brush time. You will want water on your brush for this stage. It's very helpful to pull it across the canvas. Okay. And I'm already realizing right now that it's not going to line up exactly like in the picture with what we drew here, but that's fine. I'm not worried about that. We want pure black on our brush. We want a skinny-ish brush. We can even bring this chair maybe a little bit further out to the side. Some of you might want to use a ruler. That's fine too. Rulers stress me out. But sometimes it helps, like with my paintbrush here, I'm kind of laying out where I want that line to go, right? Yeah, Ilum's like happy. Okay. And I'm literally just gonna go straight on up right by his elbow, okay? Boop. Not straight, but I don't care. This is probably going to be an interesting point for everybody. I won't lie. Lines are annoying. All right. And then right here, we're going to draw a line angle down. Beep. And then bring it like an X. And rise up. See what I did there? I came down, and right above this line where they crossed, I came down to make an X. And we're going to come over here, and realistically, this angle should be roughly the same as this chair one that we did. Down here as well. Let's just do another one. Whoop. He's sitting on a really wide chair. It's very close to that back leg, and we want it roughly around the same length as this guy down here. Right? So we've got a weird chair, and that's that. I'm just going to leave it like that, I think. If you want, we can draw the lines like straight across. But it's going to start to get a lot of lines under there. So I don't know if we want to just paint the nubbins at the bottom. Nubbin. 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 Look at that funny little chair. I don't know, do you guys want to paint those lines in the back to make it look more chairish? Let's see what it looks like if I just did that and this. I don't know if you want to or not. Yes to the lines? Okay. I would just suggest let's do them like thin, like very... Lots of water, very light. Hello, Sissa. Welcome to the studio. We're just finishing up little Sanders right now. Welcome. Justin is the welcome committee. I think this line should probably be... This is just me being picky. A picky little jerk today. I might just bring it straighter. And then I'll white out that line on the side. Whatever, right? Okay, so Bernie in the chair. You know what we gotta do to finish him off? Them shoes. Hardest part was the chair. Yeah. I honestly didn't even think about the chair the whole time. I'm like, oh, these poor people are going to be so annoyed painting a human. And then, no, it's straight lines. And perspective, when I'm not even really teaching you guys perspective, we're just like ad-libbing. Yeah, it is the worst, even when you like know what you're doing, right? And I don't really teach you guys it. I just roughly go across it. I'm just with white fixing that line. Thought of him sitting on a toilet or something because I was scared of the chair. That's really funny. Don't be scared. Look, I fixed mine in a second. You won't even see. And that is hilarious. You probably should draw him on a chair or on a toilet. I think that's priceless. We probably should have all done that together. Okay, so to get that shoe, we're going to get that brown we had, and we're going to put a touch of white in that brown. Some of you might already have that on your palette somewhere when we were doing them mittens. But we are going to, on this shoe, so on this one, we're just going to color it brown just at this top spot. That's a little too light. I don't want him to have like tan shoes on. You probably want it a little darker than that. And see, like if you put a color on that's too light, like don't panic. Like I just went in with darker brown and literally blended it on the canvas. Okay? And same down here. Let's just put some brown where the shoe would go. Just cold and disappointed on the toilet. Yeah, 100%. We made his shoes so small. It's like comically small, and I think that's kind of hilarious. Realistically, also painting shoes at this angle is not fun either, so. We just got some brown in there. While we let that dry, do we want a background? Like, should we paint a background in so his hair pops out more? We just have to put shoelaces on that, basically. Trying to look at both of them. Beige? What's beige? Beige background? Just like simple colored, or do we make it like a pop of color? You're thinking peach. Ooh. Let's see, you guys. What? Make the jacket pop. That's true. That is very true. What do I do? Would his head blend in too much for peach, though? Let's see. Thank you, Mr. Levy. That's kind of you. Wait till we see what everybody else's looks like. I'm very excited. Okay, what color are we gonna make that background? What color? Part of me feels like Justice Wright was just like blah, like beige. I kind of like that. Let me find one color. Yellow would be nice too. That would be nice and bright. Ooh, my legs are sore. Why? I think I'm just going to paint a good old... I might just mix like unbleached titanium with a touch of Naples yellow and see. He is funny on a neutral background. And remember, everybody at home, you guys can color your backgrounds whatever you want. Some of you already did. Some of you don't want a background. It's fine. That's fine. The way that there's two reasons why I do paint backgrounds last on these paint nights. One is because some people's paint, we can't trust it, and it wouldn't be able to paint stuff over top of it. So like, let's just say you painted the whole background blue. Some people's quality of paint, like their yellows, wouldn't be able to go on top of that. But realistically, I paint my backgrounds last mostly too in my pictures as well. Because one, I don't know what it's gonna want. Like, I don't know what type of background it's gonna want until the end. And two, it kind of gives like a cool effect when you like, so like I'm going around right now, I'm gonna cover up things that I want to, right? Like I'm gonna cover up that chair leg that I just erased. But I'm also not going to come straight close to the edge because I kind of like giving it that like painterly... Oops, there's some green in there too. That's fun. We'll just make it a mess. I like making it this messy, painterly, textured background. So you can go in with thick chunks of paint. You can dip your brush in water and kind of like blend it around. I'm a fan of the messy background. If Ilum is still here, I'll give him an up drip. So I'm using a brush coming. Ilum's here. Don't you tease me. Up drips are coming. Don't you worry, okay? How are our Bernie crew doing today, you guys? I've only heard from Shay. What about our newbie that came from YouTube? I hope you're still here. I know a live can be different because timing and wise, the pace is a little bit different, but we have fun in the lives, don't we? I think I'm going to leave this like cool, like whatever edge. I think that looks cool. Don't worry, I'll get that up drip going, but see, like, I wouldn't have known that this would have looked cool if I did this first. So sometimes there's nice. Beige background for Bernie. I made it a little yellower, but that's fine. This is the best. This is the schlobbing part, you guys. This is where you're literally schlobbing paint around, and it's the best. Sid says hers is hilarious. Max Brown, I've never seen that prop before. No gas for real. Good night, Lisa. Thanks as always, you sweet soul. Oh, and coming in with the 30. Thank you. Okay, well, let's do some down drips first, I guess, hey? And the way that I do drips for people who are new, or I literally just, like, go into my water and I bring it onto the canvas a little bit and it pulls that paint on down itself. This is a really crappy canvas, so you can see that it's not really picking up the drips very well. That's fine. Drips for Ilum, I want 45%. The up drips might not even work, but we'll try. So this is what we mean when we're talking about up drips, you guys. Drips that literally go upwards. Oops, that's way too much paint. Let's see, let's see. Come on. They're not even working. This canvas is so crappy. We're trying. Okay, we're trying. And they're not working, so I'll just paint one. Whoop. Whoop. SOS Bernie in distress. And yeah, this is probably the prime example of schlobbing. We're just like literally having fun. Like, look how far down my paintbrush I'm holding, right? Like, it's so far down. I don't have much control because I don't really want to. I just want that like painterly, messy look. Bernie Stars evading Star Wars. Hello, Joe Kaiser. Of course I had to paint Bernie because I love the meme too. And Grunge Mania says that theirs is looking fantastic. I love that. Adam's painting today too. Love. I'm just going to leave it like that. That's my painterly whatever. I love that it's kind of gold and glamorous. When we were trying to go for like dingy and whatever. Okay. How's that? Need some sparkles. Oh my god, let's do it. Gold sparkles, probably. Where are you at, little gold? Ritzy Bernie. Let me just put some in my hand, because it's just, oh no. Just a little bit of spice. I put a little too much in one spot, but that's fine. I'm probably gonna, in the next couple days, work on this to bring it to my full like of it, and I'll probably make prints of it. Who are we kidding? Never too much glitter. Fair enough. Who am I? Just full. You'll pay for the OG? Okay, hey. I'll take you up on that. Okay, so we've got some glitter, and do we need to just put a shoelace, I think? Probably. Just a shoelace to finish it off. Where have you been, Taytayski? You didn't see me last week. Well, that's weird. I was here last week. Thursdays, though. I'm still only a Thursday gal. We painted a zebra. Yes, last week. A rainbow zebra. Okay, what are we going to do? We're just going to paint some shoelaces, I think. Hey, quick. Sorry, it's 10:15. I'm a jerk. Let's zoom in and let's bring this on up. Okay. I'm going to use that little tiny brush again if I can find it somewhere. Here it is. It's a quick one, she said. I know. Never listen to me. I don't know how to judge time. Okay. For shoelace, let's just get that dark brown on our brushes first, which is just brown straight out of the tube, whatever you were using originally. And he's got these cutie little loafers on, right? So we're going to paint a line right down the middle and 2 lines on the side. Joe Kaiser, that's okay. I've been pretty consistent with my Thursdays at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Hey guys, I don't think I've missed a Thursday in a long time. All right, we just got those crosses down the middle. Okay. And we're going to kind of have to let that dry a little bit. but we are gonna do a shoelace. I love that the background's gold glitter, you guys. That was a nice touch we added there. Get off his face, though. The shoelace, it probably should be black, but then we won't see it. So I'm just going to add black to a touch of brown and white. Maybe a little more here. Another thing that's really fun, you guys, you know how I always say that I teach you things that my teachers would hate with all their lives? Unorthodox ways of doing things. Because there's no right or wrong way of painting. But we weren't supposed to mix paints with our paintbrushes. You're supposed to always use a palette knife. And I literally all the time just like see my teacher Carl probably cringing that I teach you guys how to mix with your paint brushes. Sorry. Okay, and this we're just gonna do a little shoelace. That's just a little mashing your paintbrush around. Exactly. It's just so much more satisfying. And then it's not a perfect mix. Like, you're going to get little bits of other color in there. And I think that's cool. Like, I think that's the beauty of painting. It's not a picture. It's a painting. It's like you can have more color and you can have more fun. Maybe I should have done these black. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Again, looking at little details, it's not a big deal. We know they're at his feet because they're at the bottom of his ankles. That's our Taytayski. Sweet sauce. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking that we're basically like pretty good. I'm going to, just because it's bothering me, I'm probably going to just do like a quick outline of his hairs. It's a little wet up there still, but oh shoot. What did I just say I was doing? Oh yeah, outlining his little hairs. Get that hair going. Same over here. It's always wispy and crazy. Okay, people painting him right now. What do we... Oh, I guess I didn't really do anything to his ears either. You can outline his mask if you want. Sent you your finished product. Yes! Sent me a pic. Yes! Okay, let me just stop with this then. I'm just like pickering like a psycho. Okay. Let me see here, folks. Let me put the comments up here. Oh my gosh, why does this always happen to me? I hate PCs, you guys. I hate them. Let's go to my Instagram. Quick. For some reason, they're not uploading on here. Gotti. Okay. Oh my gosh. I love him. Look at him. You guys. Oh my gosh, I'm already so excited. Okay. Good. Okay. That's the background with that poppin' hair, girl. Look, she's got the portions down. Unlike ours. Okay, amazing. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh my gosh. He's so good too. You guys, everybody's doing amazing. I love his crazy hair. Oh my god, I love him. Yes. Okay, what else am I missing? Are you kidding? Oh my god. I'm just shook. I'm honestly shook. Everybody's so good. Also, we should look at your zebra because it's beautiful. And you're improving so much better than the draft we did in early COVID. Okay, love. Look at all of these. Oh my god. You guys all did so good. I'm dying. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me just check to make sure. I have to be careful with some messages. Sometimes I don't know if you are sending me a picture of your Bernie or let me see. Oh my gosh, I'm missing. Oh my gosh, Grunge Manias. Oh my god. They're both amazing. The yellow is nice. Good call on the yellow background, whoever said that. And look at just Bernie, all hail King Bernie, or Jesus Bernie, maybe. Oh my god. You guys, they are all so good. Did I miss anybody else? Let me see. I am so proud. I told you guys that it was gonna be okay. I told you. Everybody gets a Bernie. Oh my god, you guys, they are all so good. Oh my gosh. You guys, I'm the proudest teacher. Look at that thing. 10 out of 10 across the board. Oh my gosh. Let me know, you guys, if I missed somebody, but so far that is a win, if you ask me. They are all amazing. Yeah, everybody did so good. Oh, here's my Bernie. Oh, I didn't get the picture yet. Oh. Nikki's trolling us. Trolling us like Kenzie does. So good. So good. Wow. Okay, you guys. That was funny, Nikki. That was a good one. I never thought that it would be as successful. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not that I doubted you at all. Just that it's just a more difficult thing, and you guys all just knocked it out of the park. I think it's going to be a good YouTube video. Like, I think it's a fun thing for people to do. People are for sure hard, but the thing that's nice about this is that, like, okay, he's in a square boxy jacket. His arms are folded and everything, that like it's comical, that you can like play around. His face is covered with a mask. His eyes are lines. Never thought that paint night would be this way. Who'd have thought us graduating up to painting Bernies? Oh, I never thought that paint night could ever be this way. Sorry, there we go. That was more right. I need the stage notes as well when you send stuff like that, okay? Duh. Did you see the gif of him and the Demi Moore in the iconic ghost scene? Yeah, I did. Where he's just behind her in his little mittens. Like, the internet is gold, you guys, and I love it. I love it. Okay, well, we painted Bernie frickin' Sanders. I love him. And you guys are, oh yeah, right, it's thumbnail time, but let me take my glasses off for a second. Oh, my Glanta. Takes me a second to get crossed. Okay. I guess I need them for this anyway, though. Okay. Do I just bring... Wait a minute. I think I need to bring Bernie in here and just But how am I going to cut his head off as my... Not cut his head. Sorry, that escalated quickly. Maybe, actually, maybe, let me just, let me go to Zoom. Let's put this down here. This is an odd one. I hate having to, like, change stuff around like this, but we just found it so funny when we put Bernie, like, my head on Bernie's body. So we're going to do it here. Different type of thumbnailing today, you guys. Let's get this guy. Let's make my head bigger. Doing it live, literally. Oh my god, do I have a mask handy? Yeah. I do. I'm going to move this up. We're going to make this guy bigger. Live Photoshop, exactly. Right? Like that? Wait, right here. But I do need a mask. You're right. Okay, hold up. I don't even have my be right back thing, so hold on. Do I have a blue one? I hope so. Guys, I don't have like a classic blue one. I can Photoshop it blue. I have a Taytayski one that matches my clothes right now. That's kind of cool. Right? Twinning. I'll just Photoshop it blue. Where's my body? You're right, though. I probably should just Photoshop me on it instead. But that could be it right there. Me. The resemblance is uncanny. My glasses are already fogging. Okay, wait. Where's my... That's pretty good. Done. Oh my god. Little Taytayski Sanders. Man, that's really funny. We can just go back to here for now. That was good. Usually our thumbnail time goes on way longer than that, but that was easy. Easy peasy. Okay, you guys. Oh. I sent mine to Melissa and she said it's so real she feels like she's standing 6 feet away from him. Oh, that's funny, you guys. This was a good one. I'm glad that you guys were so successful as well. I love that. Oh, did you ever think of a name for us fans? No, because all I can think of is the Schlob Mob. And I've been told that's not allowed. Yeah, Justin, my mom and that one. Grunge-mania, are you saying you like Schlob Mob or you don't? Is that excitement towards Schlob Mob you love? The Tayskiettes or the Taytayski cartel. I love those two. Ooh, the Tayskiettes. Adam and I love schlobbing around. Oh my god, you guys. The drip checks. That's a funny one too. Team Tayskis. Hey, that's good too. Tayskis, my little skis. I second Schlob Mob. So that's like 4 people for Schlob Mob. I think Schlob Mob was great. Would you wear a sweater that says Schlob Mob? Copyright or trademark Taytayski. Schlob Monday will take over the world. Justin is probably like having an aneurysm right now at home. Dead. Sends a graveyard. Oh, that's good, you guys. That's really funny. I like Schlob Mob. It'll have all of Justin's contact info on the back. Yeah, it won't even say Taytayski on it. It'll just say contact Justin. Usually Kenzie's on Justin's side. She's not here to back him up. Everybody's just paying money for a Schlob Mob shirt. I think it's happening. Schlob Thursdays. Come join all the Schlobs. Yep. That'll do. That will do, donkey. I'm gonna head out. Justin's leaving. But I'm actually just schlobbing around, you guys. We're just schlobbing around. I think that's the best. I know I found another YouTuber who calls her people cuties, and I'm like, damn it. Cuties would just be the easiest, most straightforward, but like schlob mob. Oh, you guys. Anyway. What schlobbers? Just schlobbing? Okay. I'll leave it at that, you guys. Thanks for the great paint night. Today was a lot of fun. I was really excited for it, and it went better than I could have ever imagined. There's got to be something else with up drips, outlines, process trusting. Come on, guys. Okay, Justin, if you can come up with something better that we all agree on, sure. But right now, that's what we were at. I just have to make a sweater that says Schlob Mob on it. At least one for Cinderella and one for myself. We'll figure it out, okay? At least two. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you guys are the best. Bean scientists. Beans? You could just be beans. Paint-covered lab coats? Look, now we're getting into the marketing. Anyway, yeah, good call, Nikki. Good night, everyone. Trust the process is just a decal, but it is also... You wanted it for your work mirror, but it would be backwards. You mean like in pictures? It's a window cling. Which I guess, you guys, you can find it on my Etsy. Let's see if it actually clings from the front as well. I think it only clings on the... Oh no, it clings on the front. I just put it backwards on my, I just put it backwards on the window and it worked. But usually, yeah, you can stick it on the window straight like this. But I just put it on the window facing this way and it worked too. Trust the process. But I'm also putting these on shirts too. Me and Kenzie are just in the works of getting a good distributor of sweaters. Like a good brand of sweaters or something that I like. And then we'll be whipping up. I've also got a skull. A drippy skull decal as well. It's not sticky at all on anything because it's just a cling. So you literally just pop it onto the window and it sticks on there. Maybe it's not as good the other way. But it's not sticky at all on anything. It's not... Yeah, like there's no... It's not sticky. I don't know where else I could put it on. Oops. Just punched the microphone. Sorry. Yeah, it just goes onto the window like this with no stickies. Okay, I can do that gladly. Also, look at all this free advertising, Stace. Grunge Mania here is bringing up my diamond paintings, you guys, which are very exciting, and my new product that I just kind of launched in a while. And they're like activities of my paintings, like so it's like cross-stitching and paint by numbers, basically, but you have little diamonds and you put them together onto this piece to bring it all to life. Grunge Mania got Billie Eilish. I'm excited to see that one too. I think it'll be a good diamond painting. I think it'll be good. I will show you... Kenzie is already a good chunk of the way through because she's crazy. She's doing the Ace Ventura one. So we'll see if you guys can see that. Will it go not blurry? See, close in. So she's slowly, color by color, placing these little gems in their spot. They have little symbols. And then from far away, it's like the whole piece in this like glittery, beautiful whatever. You can find those on my website as well. Taytayski.com/exclusives. I have a chunk of them left. Like we've got Deadpool, Tupac. Who else is over there? Kobe. We got a couple other ones to check out. They're flying off the shelves. Justin's also talking about cards right now for Valentine's Day. You can actually still order. We still got time. I have a Valentine's Day series on my Etsy right now. Couple cute ones. Some Pokemon themed, some horror themed, some Schitt's Creek themed. Check them out. Also, Taytayski on Etsy as well. But guess what? You can find it all at taytayski.com, you know? I'm an organized gal now, right? Okay, you guys. Good night. See you, Daryl. Where are we at? Next Thursday is the 11th, and we're having a Valentine's themed paint night. We're painting a cutie little teddy bear holding a big heart. Aw, cute. Okay. Same as always, 8 p.m. MST. I just got distracted because Justin's right. We are also having a games night on Valentine's Day. 3 p.m. MST. Kenzie and I will be here, and we'll do jukebox like we did for Halloween, like where you guys can play along too. I think that will be... It's Jackbox. Jukebox is where I get my business cards from. Whoops. Jackbox. Thank you, Justin. Where, yeah, you guys can play along too. I think we're going to have like 10 people or something in together, playing a bunch of different types of games. I don't have a shitty computer this time. I have my big powerhouse. So we shouldn't face any stalls like we did last time. But yeah, Dan's out of town. Kenzie and I are spending Valentine's Day together with you guys. We might order like a heart pizza for ourselves or something. We have no schedule really, but 3 p.m. we'll be starting. I didn't post about that yet, but yeah. See you guys on Valentine's Day too then. First, it's the 11th though, for Cutie Teddy Bear Night. Okay? Thanks, guys. You're the best. Bye, everybody. Loved your Bernies. You killed it. Amazing. I have nothing else to say. Catch you on the flip side. Bye, guys.